Hey guys, welcome back to another VFX magic tutorial, and this was supposed to be super epic and yeah, it wasn't. So I tried a few things. First of all, what you're seeing on the bottom of the screen, this little sparkling going up, which is okay. And then I thought like, hey, let's do some pop-ups, and this is what happened. Yeah, praise the sun by the way. And it is okay, but it's, I guess, not what I expected. Of course, you can use it as a pop-up. So I thought like, hey, let's do something which I did before, but as a shadow dash, but let's apply it to the bullet. So basically what you're seeing in front of you is basically a shadowy dash. Come on, kill it faster. And as you can see, this works pretty neatly and it applies it correctly to what you actually want to have it. And of course, as you can see, boom, it is a pretty decent effect. And if you're thinking like, hey, there's some fragments, what the hell is actually happening here? There's an explanation for this one also. Alrighty, this is One Up Indie. Hello, skipping the intro. Let's make this fast and nice. So what I did now, I created an object, and this is a particle object which is then external. So here, this dude here, and then, well, what did I do here? Basically, I just created it on the outside and then we call it, and therefore it's much nicer because here you can set up most of your particles, which I did here, which were pretty much trash, but never mind me. So let's go into our particle dash, and this will be a very short video. This will be nice and easy. So first of all, well, we create our particle system. I call it below. Why that? Because we're having our instances layers where all the instances are, but let's say you want to have the particle effect, but it needs to be below the thing. So because if you would plant it above, it would look kind of silly or wouldn't look too good. Therefore, there's an extra layer just for the particles which are being spawned below. So that's why it's called, you guessed it, below. Alrighty, so first of all, we create our particle shadow, and here we just have three things which we like to apply. So first of all, life. Copy pasting that stuff in because I don't want to bore you. So type life, of course, for our particle shadow, 15 steps. So very shortly. Then the color, we can go here for C white, which does work, but it has of course some disadvantages. Normally it's better to give it not white, because now we are copying the sprite which we have inside our bullet 1:1, which is okay, but change it later on. So here white is just for showcasing. Of course it does work. And then the alpha, because we want it to be a little bit transparent, and we start off with 30%, so 0.3, then 10%, and then boom, 1%. Here we go. And this is pretty much our particle. That's it. Let's go into our bullet. Delete that stuff. So this is basically this. Whoa, come on. This is basically the same stuff. We have an alarm event which is starting, let's say 5 steps or whatever, and then we're starting spawning our particle. Let's go for 3 because the bullet is kind of fast. So here this number is kind of important depending how fast you want to spawn the particles, because, well, if it's flying faster, then you need to spawn more so it looks good, and if you're slower, then you spawn a little bit less. And then of course we have a second alarm, but this one is just basically, what is it, destroying that thing so it doesn't fly for eternity. So this is from the old video. So the first thing which we're gonna do, we're gonna reset the loop and give it 3. So here alarm 1 is getting looped, and then, well, 3 steps, and boom, we are re-looping. And what do we want to do? Well, we want to create our particle. So particle create, and now what do we need? The particle system, which we have, where are you, here we go. And this dude here, particle below, and because it's external, we need to copy paste the name, come on, and dot. Now we accessed it, and then, well, we need X and Y because we want to spawn the particle on the spot, so basically where it is currently flying. And then particle type, so once again, and then we give it, take the name of our particle shadow dash, boom, and then we just create one. And now this isn't completely over because we want to take, well, the particle sprite. So basically we want to apply a sprite to the particle which we are creating. So we just say part type sprite, and then which sprite do we want, which particle we want to manipulate. So this dude here, and therefore, as you can see, particles and particle shadow. And then, well, we need a few input parameters. First of all, well, sprite index. This just means, hey, we are taking the sprite which is currently being held in our object bullet, which I'm going to change later on. Therefore, we're going to see some weird stuff. And then 0, 0, 0, here we go. And we are pretty much done. That was it. If you expected a little bit more, no, that was it. Come on, we are finished here. Almost. Alrighty, so let's say we are shooting, and of course, depending what kind of color you're having, on the black you see it a little bit less on the black color here, and of course the other colors, they are different. Let's for example swap it, let's say, to this dude here. Then here, as you can see, the shadow dash doesn't look too good because that stuff is animating quite a lot. Not the best idea. Of course you can do it. Oh, let's throw the snail because the snail actually looks pretty decent if you throw it. But let's say we are quickly changing, and then you're thinking, what is happening here? Well, that has a reason, because let's say we are spawning one bullet and then changing the sprite during the flight for the other ones. And so therefore we are changing this thing, and it's just grabbing two sprite indexes with different kind of bullets. So they have different kind of sprite indexes. Therefore, they're kind of fighting over it, like, okay, change it to this, change it to that, and therefore this is what you're seeing. And of course, at some point, well, it applies it correctly. But if you see, but you're thinking like, what's happening? This one is not rotating with us. Well, because we are not grabbing the image angle. And therefore, what do we do? This is of course optional. Copy paste, boom, and then we just say like, hey, what kind of particle do we want to change? Well, the one which we are holding, and then we just say the orientation, and then what kind of orientation do we want to have? Come on. And then we just say image angle, here we go, and then we can just copy paste it as a min and max value, because it's always one value, not increasing, wiggling, nah, relative, nah, and here we go. And this is pretty much it if you want to have that stuff in there. And this is important because we are dynamically changing that thing to the orientation. Of course, it comes with some caveats, because if you're having multiple ones flying around, this will not work too good. So this is just the downside of, well, a particle system. But of course, you won't be seeing it too much. So as you can see, this is not being spawned correctly because they are now once again changing the particle and the orientation. But it still is okay because you don't see it because it's moving so fast. So here we go. And here I guess you can see it a little bit better. But they're spawning correctly, so the ice cream is flying correctly to wherever it should be. In here, wow, it looks pretty terrible. Alrighty, that was it for today. Hopefully you learned something. If not, well, too bad, I haven't learned anything either. So we come out with 0, 0. Alrighty, have a good one. One up indie.